Evil seeks power. Always, always. I don't think there's any argument about that. But this time, evil seeks the power of Theodore Geisel, aka Dr. Seuss. I'm sure you guys remember reading Dr. Seuss when you were a kid, or maybe your parents read the books to you. Green Eggs and Ham, Horton Hears a Who, Cat in the Hat. I remember reading, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. I remember reading If I Ran the Zoo. And, they were books full of just creativity and imagination and whimsy and cool rhymes and all of that. I was a big fan of the books. I even got a couple of books here. I got Oh the Places, Oh the Places You'll Go is an amazing book. Even as an adult, you should read this book again. Super deep and really almost written for adults. And then this one right here, The Secret Art of Dr. Seuss. This is also very deep and just lets you into see real insight into the man's mind, but apparently when reading some of these children's books, some children finished and their hearts were just full of bigoted hate for minorities. Okay. At least that's what the academics are claiming. And also they say that, well, a lot of these minority kids, they finished reading this book and they just felt marginalized and misrepresented and all of that. So if not, you were probably just a normal kid, just looking at life like all kids do with the curiosity and wonder. And, books like this sparked your imagination and just life was not quite that serious, right? Dr. Seuss understood children on their level. Okay. He reached them because he was not a serious guy. And the stuff that he put into his book, it didn't patronize children. And we loved him for that. Okay. And that was just a power that these diversity obsessed book burning losers just, they could not let that go. They had to, of course, cancel Dr. Seuss. And they did that last year. They took 6 of his children's books off of publication because of alleged racism, because he's such a deep racist. They said we listened and took feedback from our audiences, including teachers, academics, and specialists. Who did they listen to? What academics and teachers did they listen to? I'd love to know. Okay. Also, there were these, they showed these images here. Chinaman. Oh, Chinaman has, with sticks. Oh, Chinese don't eat with chopsticks, I guess now. Okay, that's racism. And then you got these 2 little characters here. Yeah, maybe pygmies, but some bird, some exotic bird or something like that. And that's the way you saw it as a kid. I guess if you wanted to build a narrative around it, you could say that you could call it something. You ever see that picture that you look at it and it could be a young woman or an old woman, all in the way that you see it. And so if you point out the old woman, that's what you'll see. Okay, so if you're going to point out the racism of something, I guess that's all you'll see. And here's a guy on a camel. I actually remember these pictures, and I was into art and stuff. So, I'd be trying to draw them and everything. It was just, that's all it really was to me. So they decided we're going to go ahead and we're going to burn these books. But then someone got smart. They were brilliant. Just before they were getting ready to throw a match onto the fire, someone said, wait a second. Okay, I've got an idea. Why don't we edit his work, okay, with a racially diverse, woke team? Well, yeah, take his work and just piss all over it any way that we want to, because he's not around anymore. And now we're working with I guess his kids run this, or the foundation, the organization of the company or whatever. But anyway, it says here, it says it spawned some accusations of woke washing. I got news for you. If you're editing somebody else's work, okay, it isn't accusations of anything. It's straight up fact that you are, it's saying here, now a new set of up and coming authors and illustrators are set to create inclusive storylines inspired by the drawings, with the aim to represent the cross section of racial backgrounds, to represent as many families, blah, 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 blah. I just really don't care. Okay. that it will be edited by an inclusive group of writers and artists from diverse racial backgrounds. Man, you miss the whole damn point of life. Not just this work, but of everything all together. Okay. And these are some of his sketches and stuff. I don't know how they're going to crap all over his work and how they're going to take his masterpieces and they're going to add their little whatever it is to it and make it their own. I don't care. But they found a way, I guess, to be able to cash in and still be able to push a woke agenda. Isn't that great? You know, there's two sides to this. One is just pure genius. The other is the nukes can't get here soon enough, right? What in the hell is going on? I can tell you what it isn't. It isn't diversity and inclusion. I'm fully aware of that, and you should be too. These woke shitheads want power, control, and validation for their own lives. They want to validate their unearned virtue. Okay, they don't want their ignorance challenged at all, and they want to use racial accusations as a tool to get something for nothing. And the question that I have for everybody is, how long will we let them do it? How long? How long will we let it go on? How long will we let them continue to rewrite history, to burn and denounce our American culture, to turn our kids against their own families, to just turn us against our own beliefs, to erase our backgrounds or to rewrite our backgrounds or to blame us for something that we weren't even alive for, to empty our glass of practical wisdom with these tactics, these manipulation tactics that fill our glass with just divisive poison and offer cheap and easy and fast answers to very complicated questions. Life is not that easy. That's just how it is. And if you do that, if you offer this ease, these hacks, it's very seductive, and mostly it fills these people's heads full of ego, and it's very profitable for them. Really, at the end of the day, that's what it is. It's the profit. But how long are we going to let it continue to go on? And I'll tell you, until right now. Okay, it ends today if you want it to. Something needs to combat the scourge. Something, and I have the answer for you. I would not let you leave this video without a plan. And here it is. They need competition because this is their kryptonite. They hate to be challenged. Okay, you have to show a better way. You have to speak out. You have to push against it with competition, common sense, and truth. It wins out every time. Okay, it washes away the filth. Okay, Dr. Seuss, to me, obviously I'm a fan, and I think he was a genius. He created masterpieces that these nutwads want to edit. Are you kidding me? If that doesn't matter, nothing matters anymore. You might as well knock the dick off the David statue. It's just hanging out there. Ban the Beatles and the Rolling Stones because, man, they have controversial lyrics. Paint a frown on the Mona Lisa. You know, she's unhappy about the male patriarchy. Okay? If we're going to live together, and, you know, right now we are in that environment, there has to be an active pushback. And the way that you do it is offering competition, a better way. If not, there has to be active separation. That's just reality. And these woke nut jobs, they can go and turn Dr. Seuss into anything they want. They can make Cat in the Hat a black trans female. I don't care. I don't care because I'm not going to live there. And to me, I learned a lot from Dr. Seuss reading those books growing up. Racism wasn't one of them, but I did learn one thing. Fuck what the world thinks of you and live authentically. Authentically and push back with competition. And like I always say, guys, know yourself better than you know anyone else. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time.